All right, so I just went live and there was no sound. So let's see. Oh my gosh, I have glitter on my face. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Hold on. Well, there. Let me see. Got that off. Oh my gosh. I guess there's worse things. Worst things in the world. Let me see if those other people come back on. I had 7 people on listening to apparently nothing. I didn't know there's no sound, and I went on for like, I would say 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, is anyone there? Say hi in the chat if you are. Sometimes it says 0 and there's 10 people on. Sometimes it says more and there's less. It's never accurate. So, okay. So there is someone. Can you hear me? That is the question. So I was talking about my art, but I'll see if Mary, anybody comes back on. Hi. In the meantime, I will put my face on. Yes, you can hear. Okay, good. So I was talking about my art. So, all right, we're going to use my Universal Dermatology. It's a tinted moisturizer. Apparently, it blends into anyone's face color. I cannot vouch for anyone else because I am only my color. But I do love how it blends. It's very light coverage and it has a dewiness. If you don't like dewiness, you will not like this. I like dewiness because I have dry skin. I have sparkles from my art. Yes, so this, I want to wait and see if the other people come on because I was explaining it to nobody. So hopefully they'll jump back on. So if you are coming here from the last live that was not, had no sound for some reason, say hello so I just know you're back. There were a couple people that said they couldn't hear, so I want to make sure they're back. Fire, where are you from? Are you in the U.S.? I am right outside of Washington, D.C. I am born and raised here. And we have gorgeous, gorgeous autumn weather. We get all 4 seasons here, and I just love it. I love this area. I can't say enough good things. So, yes, I'm just putting on very minimal makeup today because my daughter's homesick. I have to run up to her school to get her homework that she's missed the last 2 days. There you go. Isn't that nice? This is CoverGirl. I love this for on the go or quickness. So this is CoverGirl. What is it? This is the color Fair, which is too light for me. But my other one's in my bag downstairs, so we're just going to have to deal with a little light. So I'm just going to do very minimal makeup today. But I wanted to say hi. I wanted to talk about my art class. And hopefully my friends will come back on. All my internet friends. So tell me if you are here, you guys. Mary, are you back? Sarah Fettin, I can never remember how it is unless I see it. But hopefully they'll find me again. How long's it been? 3 minutes? We'll give them a couple more minutes. And then I'll talk about my art. So I did start an art class. I was saying I met this woman at a party, at a bonfire party. And she was very sweet, cool. We were both into the arts, music, art. And so she was telling me she was about to start taking this art class at a place I was going to take an acting class, but it was full. And I was like, oh, well, what art class? And she told me, and she said it was art history. And I was like, I've done a lot of art history in college, and I like to more do like hands-on stuff if I'm going to do art now. And she was like, no, it's hands-on too. So it's art history plus hands-on. So I was like, all right, let me do it. So I signed up with her, and it was our second class. So I can show you, see the background. We did an abstract class last week. And so I did my version of a Rothko. Rothko's a famous abstract artist. So I did that. I have a picture, but it's on my phone, a picture of what it looked like before I put the collage on. Then we did a collage this week, and I explained everything, and now I'm so upset that there was no sound. But you guys can hear now, right? I want to make sure. Say hello, please, in the comments so I know you're here. And if you're back, let me know you're back so I know. So I'm doing my makeup and talking about art all at the same time because I have ADD. So in the last video, you couldn't hear my sound. So now I get to go through it all again. But to me, I was saying how art is, and as I do my makeup, I'll explain this part, then I'll show you. But this is my Mary Kay liquid liner. Oh, so art to me is, I'm an extreme perfectionist with a lot of things, right? So with art, I'm not. It's my one area of life I feel like I do not want to taint it with my perfectionism. I want to be able to express myself authentically, like, and really, I know there are rules in art. I don't really play by rules, even in art, which some teachers wouldn't even like that, right? Like, I get that, but I will never, I'm so passionate about art being subjective and art being an expression where I do not want to be tempered. I do not want to be put in a box. I don't want to have a ceiling on where I'm going with something. So, like, for this, I did not think. I did not alter. I did not pre-plan. I did not go, oh, well, that color might not go. Which parts would go together? No, there's none of that. It's literally, as my best friend said, I sent her a picture and was like, hey, look, Mom, I did art. You proud of me? But she's known me since I am very small. And she was like, oh my God, I love it. That's literally your brain, if I could see inside it. And she's right? I will say, I could do these all day and you could see all sorts. Oh, shit. Oh, no. I dropped my eyeliner and it got on my chair. That is not good. You could see all the different versions of my brain. But this one, so, you know I'm a God person. So right before I prayed and I was like, when this is what I do with a lot of things, but even artwork, I was just like, God, what message would you like me to express onto this paper, right? For this project, whatever you want to say, if you're a God person. You don't have to be. That's the only prep I ever do with stuff, is like giving it to God. So, and y'all to this, it could be a complete mess, right? But if you're an artist, you might appreciate and understand how things end up like this, and they don't totally make sense, but it's subjective and you can get what you want from it and see parts you might like or not like, whatever. And collage is not like the most common method of art, but so I'll explain, even just to give you a little idea. So the message I got was, remove my shoulders from this burden. That's a prayer I say if something hard is going on for me or someone else. Remove their shoulders from this burden, right? That's a very common prayer that I pray. So that's what came up when I asked God. So this is not a vase. People in my class thought it was like a vase or something. It is a neck and shoulders. And so it's like representing the neck and the shoulders, removing the shoulders. And up here in the neck is like what is starting as the burden, right? That, so negative type things. I even have like a credit card, because like credit card debt, that's not something I have right now, but like there's examples, just different things. There's someone like with big glasses that reminded me of like fancy and like maybe keeping up with the Joneses. That could be like a negative sort of thing. And then there's like these books in a bookcase. And that, to me, when I was just, I was just grabbing and tearing. But as I was grabbing it, I was thinking of like, I love reading. But to me, it was like so many books and kind of scattered and chaotic. And so I was like, oh, it's like, it feels like that's overwhelm in my mind. Like that's what is representative of overwhelm. Like so much information all at once. Where do I start? So that could be one of that negative burdens, right? So as we go down then, right, removing the shoulders. So imagine it's like divided. This part is removed, and maybe I could have put a slash through there, but like I said, I don't think of anything. I don't think before I do art. So, but maybe that would have been a cool thing to do, to really show how it's removed. But maybe it's removed by, this is just showing the slash. This is palms, right? Because my biggest joy in life, the most relaxed and joyful I ever feel, is at the beach with the palm trees. I have palm trees all over my house, like palms, either whether art, in rugs, I have like a real palm tree. Well, not a real, but like a palm tree that is artificial. So that is the start of everything here is stuff that I was drawn to because it brings me peace, joy, sparkle, whatever, right? I added some glitter. You can see even on her lips, some here, some up here. So examples of, I was explaining this one. I have a new dog, right? If you look closely, I focused just on this because in this picture, there was this dog holding on really tightly to this woman's arm, okay? So I just got this new dog and he did that right away from the first day. I'm his safe place. And if he is nervous, he comes and he latches onto my arm like it's gonna fall off. I don't know if that meant, you know what I mean? Anyway, so, right, this is kind of abstract. You can't see her, you can't see really the dog, but it's that emotion that I saw when I looked, oh, he's doing exactly what my dog does to my arm on her. So I loved that, right? This organically happened. It's kind of Medusa-esque. I was sitting next to this woman that I signed up for the class with, and we were talking about Halloween, and she asked what my daughter was going to be. I said Medusa. I didn't even realize, like, subconsciously, I'm, like, doing kind of a Medusa do. I really like this pattern, and I just was, like, ripping it up, talking, put it on there, right? So organically, art happened also because of an external thing. So that was kind of fun. I love music. If you know me, you know that. If you've been following me, you know I love music. I love to sing. I love the piano. And so this was like a whole picture, but I just focused on the hands on the piano. For me, that is joy, like the hands-onness of music and actually creating, right? Like the hands, it fascinates me. I'm not great at piano, but my husband is fabulous at it. And I like watching anyone's hands play music, play piano, play guitar. It fascinates me that our brains can send these messages and they can do such complex things, right? So that was cool. This one is fun. I love leopards. So I was drawn to this leopard. Here's his eye, actually. This guy's a little eye watching us. I saw this leopard and I was like, oh, look at his cute little nose. It's like a little heart-shaped nose, the leopard. So I cut that out and I immediately put it here, which is the left side. That's where the heart is, right? And that relates to all of this. When you are released of your burdens, your heart feels bigger, better, safer, more joy-filled, like all of that, right? I love makeup. So obviously I had to put, this is the famous Marilyn Monroe painting. I took her eye out of there. And then what else? I have like sparkly shoes because I just love sparkles, obviously. There's all different things. So there's a bunch of different stories in here. And this is actually, hold on, this one. This was actually a woman's shoulder. So we have the shoulder and that's a real woman's shoulder. It's actually her shoulder. And I just liked this pattern when I was picking things to put on the collage. I just was like, oh, I don't know, I just love this combination of color and I love the pattern. And then when I obviously had the shoulder here, I was like, ooh, I cut her shoulder out, right? To be part of that shoulder, the burden being removed. And this is more music related. This is sheet music. And I loved how there was like a drawing over it. It really went with the collage theme. So that was my artwork. So like I said, last week I did the abstract painting on the back. I was going to continue working it because it wasn't opaque enough for my liking, but I kind of liked that. And I was like, wait, I'm doing the should of like, because they say it should be more opaque and even, that I should do that. And I was like, no, I'm going to leave it. So I left it. And then I decided to do the collage on top of it. So that's when the fun began. And I love it that it has that background. And I love doing brush strokes like this, letting them show like that when you layer. It's one of my favorite things with art. Like I love brush strokes. A lot of these earlier abstract artists wanted it to be, I forget there's a name for it, plastic, but it was like a plastic. They want it to look like plastic. Like it wasn't made by someone's hands. Like that, almost as if it were plastic, right? So brush strokes were like nothing. Rothko was okay with brushstrokes, and you can see that in some of his art. I love brushstrokes. I prefer brushstrokes. When I went to the Louvre, ooh, look at me. When I went to the Louvre, I'm going to do Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara, and then I'm going to put Lash Intensity on top of it. But when I went to the Louvre in France, oh my God, my hands are so slippery from the oil. I did a lot of art in college, and I went when I was in college, so I was just overjoyed to see all the art things. I'm going to use this so I can see better. And me and my dad went around. He's more like history lover, like, so he read every single thing about every artist, every painting. And so he would read them aloud to me while I was staring at the painting like this, all up in the brush. I love the actual creation of the art. Like, I just think it's amazing. It's the same thing with music, I guess, right? Like, just watching hands on an instrument fascinates me. So seeing the actual brushstrokes, being able to kind of follow that is one of my favorite things of viewing art, right? So with this mascara, I do this first to just kind of, my lashes are thin, so to give the volumizing mascara, which I'll use next, like something to grab onto. And then I use it at the end too to separate, because sometimes this can, volumizing stuff can clump a little bit sometimes. This is my favorite mascara we have. If you don't know, I sell Mary Kay. You can always go to other videos and see more videos about makeup, and my link should be on those videos. It is, what the hell is it? Mary Kay /C Jade, if you want to shop my stuff. But anyway, so I do this to get a little clumpy. Now to get more volume. And then we'll separate. So where was I? The brush strokes. I was excited about brush strokes. I mean, is anyone else that excited about brush strokes? I don't know. That might be a me thing. But so I love being able to see brush strokes in a painting. That's my whole point. Yeah. Are any of you guys into art? This is something that's been a huge part of my life that I really don't talk about. And I'm like, I should talk about it more. Because when I started talking about it, like at the ladies' bonfire thing, I met more like-minded people. Because I was talking about something I love to do. And that was like a big part of my life. And it's kind of fallen away. But now I'm taking this class. So I want to definitely keep it up. I still dabble in art, like on my own at my house. I'll do some acrylic paintings or oil pastels. Me and Cora do a lot of watercolor pencils or colored pencils. This summer we were doing a lot, but since she was back in school, I was like, it would be fun to take a class. And then I did pray on that. I was like, God, help me find a class that's really great for me, like show me. I always say, shine a light on my path. I'm such a nerd. But I was like, shine a light on my path. Signed up for this acting thing. It got canceled because I was the only one who signed up. And I had wanted to do watercolor, but what happened with that one? It was full when I found it. I really wanted to do art originally, and then I saw acting. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do that. But watercolor was the first one I wanted to do, and it was already full. So I did acting. No one else signed up. And then I randomly meet this woman that is doing an art class at the same place I was going to. She lives right there in that neighborhood. And this isn't like a neighborhood party. It's like all of our county, which is huge. So there were people from like 30 minutes away, maybe 40 minutes away. One person was from 40 minutes away. So it's like not like everyone's here. So I love those like synchronicities, serendipity synchronicity, where I don't know, just like the puzzle pieces fall together. And it was like, she mentioned that, and I'm like, well, I guess that's my nudge. Thanks, God. So I signed up. The teacher's awesome, very laid back, and we're doing fun stuff. I mean, how fun is that? It felt like I was a kid again, doing collaging, and throwing glitter on it. Wear those lips. Oh, it matches my nail polish. I have red sparkly nails. So this is a reminder for you, okay? What do you get from this conversation? Not just me blabbing. I mean, you do get that, unfortunately. But I'm gonna do, oh, there it is. This is maybe your reminder. What have you let fall to the wayside? Or is there something you've wanted to explore or take a class on? Or maybe if you don't have a budget for a class, there's so much free stuff on YouTube. Like, maybe it's you want to learn a certain language. Like, or maybe there's a bigger dream. We always talk about dreaming here on my channel, don't we? We used to when I was on here more. But life is short. What do you want to do? You can put in the comments if you want. But what do you miss doing? What have you never tried but always thought maybe you would like? I'm a big trier. I will try. My grandpa, Pop Carmine, every other weekend I saw him growing up, every single other weekend. And he would always say, every weekend, literally to me, try. I'm going to put some at the top. Try, give yourself a chance to fail. And my thing is, I have a difference of opinion. I don't believe in failure if you try. So that is kind of an oxymoron to me. If you're trying, you're not failing. Like if you're really trying your best, you're not failing. So giving yourself a chance to fail isn't really like my view of it. It's more like try so you can feel like you haven't failed yourself. Because I don't want to be in my deathbed one day going, man, there were all those things I wanted to do, but I was too busy with the unimportant stuff or too busy saying yes to all the other people. And look, I get it. We have kids and we have obligations we have to do, obviously. Hello. But it's just like I said, life is short. You really need to evaluate, and this is morbid, but I often think, if I were to die tomorrow, what's one thing even? What is one thing that I would have been like, man, I wish I had just done that thing, tried that thing, experienced that thing. Even if it's one thing. And then once you do that thing, go to the next thing, right? Because maybe we can't do all the things, right? I'd like to be in Tahiti, and I'd like to meet Oprah, and I'd like to finish my damn book, right? Pick something. Pick something you can dedicate 10 minutes a day to. Maybe it's 20 minutes twice a week to. Maybe it is losing weight, something as simple as that, or just starting to work out again. But what lights you up? That's what I'm really talking about. I'm telling you, this is an escape to me. An escape that we all should have. I'm not saying all of you need to cut out weird faces and make collages, okay? But what's an escape for you? Or what's something that you think either has or could light you up? What can make you feel better, right? What could make you feel the joy I feel when I throw sparkles on a page? And the joy I have, I think it's even better when it's like you just do it and take away any perfection. Take away any attachment to the outcome. Is this what I thought this would end up? Was I hoping it would look like this? No, I mean, it's just like a collage that, my daughter could probably do, right? But this tells a story, and I know that story. And every single piece of this makes me smile when I look at it, because I picked each of these out. Those colors I picked for a reason. This reminds me of the Rothko painting that is my obsession, that was in the Hirshhorn in DC for decades, and I would go visit it like it was my child. So I have that as the background, so I get to have that nostalgia and joy. And then each one of these is like a piece of me in a way. So where can you build a piece of you? We're talking one piece at a time, baby. But you deserve to feel joy, right? So I think you're here today to see me blab on, but also to think about, is there something in your life that you have been neglecting or something that you want to explore? Do you think spending time with someone who ignores you is worth it? No, that's an easy no. I think if you ask that question, you know the answer, right? You want me to go deeper into that? We were not created here to suffer, right? Like that, I know there is suffering, but choosing suffering is not it, right? There's going to be things that happen to us, but making conscious choices to spend time either with people or doing something that is not lifting us up and is not necessary, right? Because guess what? I don't love doing laundry. That's not really lifting me up, but it's necessary and it does lift me up in the way of I like to not run around naked, okay? So it's a necessity that brings me joy because I like wearing clothes. Sorry, I'd like to wash them and I like to smell good. But no, anyone who ignores you is ignoring you. And that's not what you deserve. If you listen to my podcast, actually, sounds like maybe you need to listen to my podcast in general. It's about narcissistic abuse, but it also talks a lot about what we deserve. I call everyone queen. We're all queens, right? We should feel like queens. It's called But Still She Thrives. But Still She Thrives. I'm going to post another episode today. You should feel like a queen, and you should only be doing things that are helpful to others. I'm all about giving back and lifting other people, but not at your own expense. If they're being jerks to you, no. If they're ignoring you, no. They don't deserve you. Give that energy to people who deserve it. I would say go volunteer somewhere. If you find yourself spending time where you're losing energy, you're draining yourself because of how someone else is, it's time for you to either go volunteer and help someone, right? When I get into like that cycle, go help somebody, or I used to, go volunteer, or go do something you love. Go join a class. Go learn something on YouTube. Go take a walk in nature. Go swimming. Go pet a duck. No, don't pet a duck. I don't know. Might get you. Anyway, I am going to check on my daughter. She is homesick, and we're going to watch The Voice together, I think. And then I have to go pick up her work from her school. But thumbs up, help me out on my channel if you want more videos like this. I know this was so random, but I like that about me. And there's a perfectionism thing of like, oh, my channel's too random. And I don't care. I'm not caring anymore. I'm going to bring all of me. Take what you like, throw out the rest. You may not like art or don't do art, but you can get something from what I'm saying about art and what I'm saying about doing something that you love, right? Expressing yourself in some way, using your creativity in some way. Maybe it's even cooking. That's a creative thing too. People are like, oh, I'm not an artist at all. Look, I don't have to be a talented artist to do this, right? I mean, this is no Monet over here, but it brought me joy, and it is art, right? Some might argue with that. I don't care about those people. I don't care about the people who like it. I hope that it can spark some emotion, right? That's what art is for. For me, it's two things. It's expressing myself and almost like a therapy. And then if someone sees it, if it brings even a smile or a little bit of joy, or like yesterday, people were like kind of laughing at all the glitter because that's so me, whatever. It's just like that, to bring any emotion, even if it's just over sparkles, that gives me enough good feelings about it, like that. My goal is to help people feel things and know that they're not alone, and to encourage them expressing themselves. There's so many things that you can benefit from art. So I hope this was beneficial to at least one person. Thumbs up if it was, so I know. If I get one thumbs up, I'm like, okay, All right, it's worth coming on here and chatting, right? So let me know. You can, in the comments, put a little heart, put a little thumbs up, and I'm glad to see you. Sorry for those of you who are on the last. Oh, thanks, I got 3 thumbs up. Okay. 3 people, okay? I'll take it. 3 smiles, maybe? The people who were on the last live that didn't have sound, sorry. Hopefully you can watch this one on replay if you didn't catch up. All right, see you in the next video. I did a declutter I posted yesterday. I have 2-part series. Oh, I got another thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. 4 smiles. I'm doing a 2-part declutter on my pantry. That was a big one. That was one. I love declutters. The pantry, it was like the worst it's ever been. So it was not so fun for me. But again, that was an obligation I had to do because I like to eat, right? All right. Thank you. Why am I clapping? Thank you, everyone. I'm going to start clapping at the end of every video. All right. Bye, guys. Oh, smooches and deuces. See you in the next video.